Hi everyone, I'm Katie and I'm just a hippie kindness rocker that likes sharing my tutorials with anyone that might need some help. Peace, y'all. Hi guys, we're doing Harry Potter in Santorini Stones by Shelley Facebook group this week for the plane ride, and I decided to try to do this tutorial. I'm not real familiar with Harry Potter, but I looked up some stuff and I got this idea in my head, and so this is what I'm doing. I'm using Inktense, which you can use any kind of watercolor pencils or anything like that. You could even do inks if you wanted to, as long as you seal them for the background. So, but I'm using Inktense because it's color fast. And I basically used red, blue, violet, green, orange, and fuchsia. So I kind of went with the colors of the rainbow. And then I didn't know at first because I was kind of like just flying by the seat of my pants with this rock, straight from my head, although I was looking up things for certain symbols and stuff, but I wasn't sure exactly where I was going. So when I get to the yellow, I decided that I wanted to fill all the rest of the white in with yellow, and so that's what you'll see me doing now. So I basically just did all of this on the Santorini rock, and then I'm gonna let this dry, and I let the colors dry in between. You saw me using a hairdryer for some of it, and that way none of my colors mixed. So after I finish with this yellow, I'm gonna let it dry really well and then go on to the next part. So now I'm going to start sketching with my mechanical pencil, and I'm going to draw a book that's open. And I wanted to kind of do this all freehand just for fun. I'm not the best at freehand, so you're going to see a few things that are kind of wonky. But hey, it's art, it's freehand, it was fun, I enjoyed it. So I'm trying to learn not to be so critical. So I'm just drawing in the bottom part of the book as if the pages are kind of up a little bit. And I just kind of did a light sketch, and once I go in with the pen, I'll kind of fine-tune everything. But I really had a lot of fun with this one. I really hope that I can find some more rocks that I can kind of do freehand like this, maybe from other movies or something. I think it would be fun. I have not a big Harry Potter fan. I never really... I did watch the first movie, I believe, but I'm a child of the 80s and some of the 90s, so I really wasn't into Harry Potter. But now that I'm getting into all this and painting this and looking up stuff and seeing what other people are doing, it's made me kind of think about checking more of the movies out, because like I said, I just saw the first Harry Potter. So I'm taking the first outline that I started with was a Posca 1MR, and then the inside part of the pages and the little cross hatching I'm doing is with the tooliart pen. And that's just because I wanted something lighter and thinner. And the first one that I used that was darker was a Copic liner, and I only have the larger, darker ones left. So now I'm taking gesso and coloring in the book. I just want to cover up some of those colors. I will be adding some paint on top of it, so I don't necessarily need it completely white. Plus, I'm going to be making it kind of old and weathered, so I just need a little bit of gesso in there just to kind of cover up the color underneath. I hope everyone's doing great on this Tuesday. We had another hot day, but it got cloudy in the evening again. So it helps us cool off late in the evening, thankfully. And now I'm just doing the part in between the pages. And I'll go over all the lines again after doing this. So I let that dry, came back, put another coat on top of the pages, and then I'll let that dry. Now I use saffron yellow and honey brown in the decoart Americana, and I mix them up because I didn't want it too brown and I didn't want it too yellow, so I mixed them. And then I'm taking that little bit of gesso I had on my paper and I'm applying it kind of in the middle towards the middle line, just to make it look like there's a bit of a highlight in the center and then the edges are weathered. And I was pretty happy with how this came out because I was just kind of doing it on the fly. I've never been that great at painting stuff on the fly. I always have to have stuff to look at, but I had this idea in my head going and I just wanted to go with it and try it. So I applied it all over, and on the sides where the pages are, I kind of watered it down a little bit and just gave it a wash. Now I'm going back and relining. And I'm also going to add a little bit of cross-hatching on the pages. And I'm going to go over that cross-hatching right there, just to give it a little shadow. And now I'm doing some fake writing. Just for fun. And just making some marks here and there, kind of making it a little ratty. So now I'm going to draw the little triangle with the circle and the line, and as you see, here's my first wonky thing. But you know, I had all that underneath and I didn't want to try to redo it, so I just left it. Not the best triangle in the world. And then I decided to draw the broom, so I'm using my tooliart for that. Super easy, just a couple of lines and the little broom part at the bottom. I kind of wanted stuff coming up as if it was like floating above the book. That's what I saw in my head. And so now I'm doing some stars around. I just chose a few symbols from the book or the movie, and now I'm doing the glasses and the little scar. And the wand. And I just did real simple little things for this part. This should be really simple for a beginner. The book is a little bit challenging, but you don't have to go into all the detail that I went into on the book. And now I'm doing the 9 3/4. So some of it I used the tooliart pen and some of it I used the posca, because if I wanted the lines to be finer, I have to use the toolie. If I want it to be a little bit bolder, I have to use the posca 1MR. So now I'm doing a real easy silhouette of an owl. And I just kind of sketched it in real quick. I'm going to color it in with my posca pen. And we're getting close to being done. I'm going to do a little bit of fun glitter, of course. Y'all know me. Can't do a rock without glitter. I do some without glitter, but it's really difficult not to throw glitter on there. I'm going to draw the bird cage now, and I started out kind of thin and decided, oh no, I'm doing the always, sorry. I just wrote in always, and then I went back in all the downstrokes. I darkened those letters on the downstroke. Now I'm going to do the birdcage, and I made it kind of slender, so at the end I'm going to go add another line to each side on the outside and make it look more like a birdcage. Now I'm using Mayan gold, and I wanted to do a whole bunch of lines as if there's like sparks coming up out of the book. So that was my goal for that. And I took a cut down, really fine brush. I used Rachel Rocks Canada tutorial to cut my brushes down. I mean, I don't use her tutorial anymore, but she's the one that taught me how to cut my brushes down. So this particular, oops, sorry about that, guys. My phone's about to die on me, so I'm plugging my charger in. I'm taking some glitter. It's called Kaleidoscope, and it's really thick, like glitterific, so I apply it with my finger. And I'm just going to apply it pretty much all over the rock, not on top of the owl. I do get it on a couple of things, but I mostly want to try to just get around all the symbols. But I wanted like a lot of glitter and sparks all floating around, so now I'm going to take some black extreme glitter and put it on the owl just for a little bit of texture and sparkle. And we are getting close to being done. And I thank you all so much for watching and supporting me and leaving comments. And if you would like to subscribe, please do so. If you like my videos, like. And thank you so much. Share if you want to share. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.